This is video number 2 in the series of videos that cover national income accounting for your board examinations. If you have not gone through the concepts that were covered in video number 1, I'll strongly recommend to first go and watch video number 1 and then come back to this one. So let's begin. This video covers the very important concept of classification of goods. Classification of goods को समझना बहुत ज़रूरी है because it's based on the classification of goods that we get to know whether a particular commodity is considered as a part of national income or not. इन्हीं के बेसिस पे हमें एक पर्टिकुलर टेंजिबल कमोडिटी का ट्रीटमेंट पता चलेगा या फॉर दैट मैटर सर्विसेज भी इसमें कवर होंगी. आगे बढ़ने से पहले वी वुड कवर अ सिंपल एग्जाम्पल. लेट्स गो थ्रू इट. लेट अस से देयर इज अ फार्मर who gets some seeds and he converts these seeds into wheat. Now we can consider the value of seeds to be negligible and let us say कि he got them for 0 rupees. But he sold the wheat that he grew for 10 rupees. Thus, bringing in a value addition of 10 rupees. 0 rupees की कमोडिटी को खरीद के उसे 10 रुपए का बना के बेचा तो दिस मीन्स दैट द फार्मर हैज ब्रॉट इन सर्टेन वैल्यू एडिशन. ये 10 रुपए फार्मर अपनी जेब में नहीं रख पाएगा. He needs to distribute these 10 rupees among various factors of production that were involved in this entire process of converting the seeds worth rupees 0 to wheat worth rupees 10. किस किस को दिया जाएगा? यहाँ पे वो अपनी लैंड के लिए रेंट पे करेगा, जो कैपिटल उसने उधार लिया था उस पे इंटरेस्ट पे करेगा. इसी तरीके से जो लेबर उसके यहाँ पे काम कर रहे थे उन्हें वेजेस पे करेगा and the rest of the amount he can keep himself as an entrepreneur as profit. ये फार्मर का हम लोगों ने देखा वैल्यू एडिशन का प्रोसेस. Now the second stage comes in as a mill owner, a flour mill owner who buys this wheat worth 10 rupees and then converts it into flour and sells it in the market for 20 rupees. Again, this particular mill owner has brought in a value addition of 10 rupees. Now, let's say this flour was purchased by a retailer who bought it, who bought the flour for 20 rupees and he converted into a packet, a packed flour packet and sold it for 30 rupees to a consumer in the market, again bringing in a value addition for 10 rupees. Now, ये 30 रुपए का जो फ्लोर पैक्ड था ये किसने खरीदा है? दिस वॉज बॉट बाय अ कंज्यूमर फॉर 30 rupees. नाउ एज अ कंज्यूमर, ये कंज्यूमर कौन है? दिस कंज्यूमर कम्स फ्रॉम द हाउस होल्ड जो अपने इंडिविजुअल सेटिस्फैक्शन ऑफ वॉन्ट्स के लिए इस पर्टिकुलर कमोडिटी को खरीद रहा है. This particular consumer is not going to sell this product into the market unlike the farmer, mill owner and the retailer. He is going to take this flour home and consume it. Therefore, when he pays 30 rupees, he has covered in the value addition that was brought in by all the previous stages that were involved in the entire process of making this packed flour available in the market. Next, very important point. A farmer or a mill owner or retailer, all three of them constitute the producer sector of the economy who are involved in various production processes. All of them are bringing about certain value addition. वैल्यू एडिशन ब्रॉट आउट करने के दौरान दे बाय सर्टेन प्रोडक्ट इन द मार्केट जिनमें एक्चुअली वैल्यू एडिशन लाया जा रहा है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, फार्मर बॉट सीड्स for bringing in value addition, mill owner bought wheat in order to bring in value addition, and similarly the retailer bought flour to bring in value addition. All three of them purchased a commodity and then resold it into the market after value addition. And therefore, the commodities that they bought for value additions will be considered intermediate goods. Therefore, we get into the very basics of intermediate goods, and that is intermediate goods are those goods which are purchased with the purpose of value addition and reselling in the market. जब हम लोग वैल्यू एडिशन की बात करते हैं, इट इन्वॉल्व्स एडिशन टू यूटिलिटी. याद रखिएगा, वैल्यू एडिशन में यूटिलिटी ऐड करने के अलावा जो दूसरा एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट कंपोनेंट आना ज़रूरी है, वो ये कि दैट वैल्यू एडिशन शुड बी ब्रॉट इन फॉर द पर्पस ऑफ रीसेलिंग इन द मार्केट. Let us further understand this with an example. Let us say you went to a restaurant and ordered food. Now, the cook there converted flour to rotis for the purpose of resale. He charged you this money. But your mother or your homemaker converted the same flour to roti but for free of cost. Therefore, the process of value addition has been carried out by a restaurant owner but not by the homemaker. Secondly, अगर यहाँ पे let's say इस फार्मर से ये वीट एक कंज्यूमर ने खरीदी होती जो कि डायरेक्टली इसे अपने घर पे ले जाके कंज्यूम करने वाला था आफ्टर ऑब्वियसली कन्वर्टिंग इनटू फ्लोर, then too this wheat will then become a final product because it is being purchased by someone who is not going to resell this into the market. And therefore हमें बहुत चीज़ें क्लियर हो जाती है कि intermediate goods would be the goods which are being bought for the purpose of reselling in the market, but final goods are those goods which are being purchased for consumption and not for the purpose of reselling them in the market. Let us now get into the technicalities and definitions of these two products. Intermediate goods have following three characteristics. They are purchased for further value addition. Number two, they are purchased for the purpose of resale in the market. And number three, they must not have crossed the production boundary. Now, what is production boundary? Production boundary is defined as an imaginary line beyond which no value addition or no further resale is to be carried out in a product. Production boundary के पहले value addition बाकी होता है, प्रोडक्शन बाउंड्री के बाद में वैल्यू एडिशन रिक्वायर्ड नहीं होता है, रीसेल रिक्वायर्ड नहीं होती है. तो इंटरमीडिएट गुड्स हैव नॉट क्रॉस द प्रोडक्शन बाउंड्री. नाउ कम्स इन अ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन, एंड दैट इज हु बाइज intermediate goods. Always remember, intermediate goods are going to be purchased always by the producer sector. इंटरमीडिएट गुड्स को केवल प्रोड्यूसर सेक्टर ही परचेज करेगा. इसके अलावा जो तीन सेक्टर्स थे, दे आर नॉट गोइंग टू बाय इंटरमीडिएट गुड्स. लेट अस नाउ मूव ऑन टू अंडरस्टैंड द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ फाइनल गुड्स. फाइनल गुड्स की कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स देखिए. नो फर्दर वैल्यू एडिशन इज टू बी डन, not purchased for the purpose of resale in the market, and they have crossed the production boundary. यानी कि अब उनमें फर्दर वैल्यू एडिशन बाकी नहीं है, फर्दर वैल्यू एडिशन कैरी आउट नहीं किया जाना है, एंड इन्हें मार्केट में भी रीसेल नहीं किया जाना है. अगेन कम्स इन अ क्वेश्चन, हु बाइज फाइनल गुड्स? रिमेंबर, फाइनल गुड्स कैन बी परचेज्ड by all the four sectors of the economy, that is household, producer, government, and rest of the world. And on the basis of which sector is buying these final goods, We have specific terms for the expense that is made on them. डिपेंडिंग कि किसने कौन से सेक्टर ने इस पर्टिकुलर फाइनल गुड को परचेज किया है, वी हैव अ स्पेसिफिक टर्म जो हम देंगे ऑन द एक्सपेंडिचर दैट हैज बीन मेड ऑन द फाइनल गुड्स. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, जब फाइनल गुड्स हाउस होल्ड खरीदेगा, then in this case we would call it private final consumption expenditure. Same product, same final product, when bought by the producer, will be called investment. Same final product when purchased by the government sector will be known as government final consumption expenditure. And the same product when bought by the rest of the world will be known as exports. ये चारों टर्म बहुत ही ज़्यादा इम्पॉर्टेंट रहेंगी और इन्हें हम लोग आगे आने वाले चैप्टर्स के अंदर, आगे आने वाली स्लाइड्स के अंदर बहुत डिटेल के अंदर देखेंगे. याद रखिएगा, प्राइवेट फाइनल कंजम्पशन एक्सपेंडिचर इज द एक्सपेंडिचर ऑन फाइनल गुड्स that has been made by the household sector. Investment is the name given to the final expense that has been made on final goods by the producer sector. Government final consumption expenditure is the expenditure on final goods that has been made by the government sector, and exports is the expenditure on final goods that has been made by rest of the world. Now comes in another very important point to remember. While considering national income, while calculating national income, we need to take into consideration final goods only. Why? The reason is, when we consider final goods, it already involves the value, it already includes the value of intermediate consumption. इस एग्जाम्पल को फिर से देखिएगा. हमने यहाँ पे देखा था कि जब आप इस फाइनल कमोडिटी को 30 रुपीज़ की फाइनल पैक्ड फ्लोर को कंसिडरेशन में ले रहे थे, दीज 30 रुपीज़ already took into consideration the intermediate consumption and value addition that was brought in by the previous sectors that were involved. और इसलिए हम लोग नेशनल इनकम के कैलकुलेशन में सिर्फ और सिर्फ फाइनल गुड्स को ही कंसिडरेशन के अंदर लेंगे. इस बात को बिल्कुल ध्यान रखिएगा. Another very important question is, can a same commodity be final good for all the four sectors? So the answer is yes. Let us take an example of an air conditioner. This air conditioner, when bought by the household sector, एक household ने खरीदा, उसने अपने घर में जाके इंस्टॉल किया for the purpose of self consumption, this will become private final consumption expenditure. Same air conditioner, when bought by a showroom owner, will become an investment. Same air conditioner, when bought by a government office for installation in a government department, will become a part of government final consumption expenditure. And same air conditioner, when exported to a country outside India, will become an export. And therefore, we saw a same commodity, an air conditioner, can be a final commodity for all the four sectors in an economy. Let us move on to the next classification of goods, that is consumption goods and producer goods. This classification is based on which sector is purchasing this commodity. एक commodity को किस सेक्टर ने खरीदा है, उसके बेसिस के ऊपर we will classify a commodity into consumption good or producer good. बहुत सिंपल सा क्लासिफिकेशन है. Consumption good will always be purchased by household for the satisfaction of individual wants. दिस में फर्दर बी क्लासिफाइड इनटू 4 कैटेगरीज। कौन कौन से? सबसे पहला, नंबर 1, ड्यूरेबल कंज्यूमर गुड्स। ड्यूरेबल कंज्यूमर गुड्स की क्या खास बात होगी? दीज आर गोइंग टू बी कंज्यूम्ड फॉर अ लॉन्ग टाइम पीरियड। Second comes in the semi durable consumer goods. Semi durable consumer goods कौन से होंगे? These are goods which are consumed, let's say, for a period of around 1 year. Third comes in the single use goods, the single use consumer goods. वो सारी चीजें जो आप एक बार कंज्यूम करके खत्म कर देते हैं। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, द फूड दैट यू ईट। द फोर्थ कैटेगरी इज दैट ऑफ इंटेंजिबल सर्विसेज। यहाँ पे सारी सर्विसेज जिनका आप इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं, फॉर एग्जाम्पल द सर्विसेज ऑफ अ ट्यूटर, द सर्विसेज ऑफ अ डॉक्टर, ये सभी चीज़ें सिंगल यूज सर्विसेज के अंदर कंसिडरेशन में ली जाएंगी। Next comes in the category of producer goods. Producer goods are all those goods which are being used by the producers for undertaking the production processes. Producer के द्वारा प्रोडक्शन के काम में लिए जाने वाली जो भी कमोडिटीज होंगी वो सभी प्रोड्यूसर गुड्स की कैटेगरी के अंदर आएंगी। These can broadly be classified into 2 categories. Number 1, capital goods. Number 2, intermediate goods. Intermediate goods we have already seen. These are goods which are purchased by producer sector for the purpose of value addition and the purpose of reselling them in the market. कुछ एडिशनल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक देखिएगा इनकी। सबसे पहली, ये सिंगल यूज होने ज़रूरी हैं, यानी कि एक बार कंज्यूम करके और इनकी पूरी तरीके से ख़त्म कर दिया जाएगा। It includes raw material, obviously, क्योंकि raw material is something that we consume, that a producer consumes at once, converts into a finished goods or a product and then sells it into the market, and they need to be completely used up on production. यानी कि एक प्रोडक्ट को पूरी तरीके से प्रोडक्शन प्रोसेस में जब आपने कंज्यूम कर लिया, वही गुड इंटरमीडिएट गुड कहलाएगा। Next comes in the capital good. What are capital goods? These are used for production. This is the most important primary characteristic that a capital good should have. बाकी की दोनों क्या इंपॉर्टेंट कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स हैं देखिए। दीज हैव टू बी हाई इन वैल्यू। कीमत बहुत ज़्यादा होनी चाहिए, वैल्यू बहुत ज़्यादा होनी चाहिए। कम कीमत वाली चीज़ों को इन कैपिटल गुड में कंसिडरेशन में नहीं लिया जाएगा, इररिस्पेक्टिव इफ दे आर बीइंग यूज्ड फॉर अ लॉन्ग टाइम पीरियड। इनमें से अगर कोई भी एक कैरेक्टरिस्टिक हमने किसी प्रोडक्ट में से ले ली तो इट वुड सीज टू बी कॉल्ड अ कैपिटल गुड। एक सिंपल सा एग्जाम्पल देखिए। एयर कंडीशनर इंस्टॉल्ड इन अ शोरूम इज बीइंग यूज्ड फॉर द पर्पस ऑफ प्रोडक्शन, yes. It is high in value, yes, and it is going to be used for a long time period, yes, and therefore this will be considered a capital good. But let's take an example of a battery that was installed in the remote control of this same air conditioner. Is it being used for production? Yes. Is it high in value? No. Is it being used for a long time period? Yes. But can we call it a capital good? No. क्यों? Because it is not high in value. Now comes in a classic question. Can the same good be consumption, capital, and intermediate good? The answer is yes. Again, we will take an example of an air conditioner. This air conditioner, when bought by a household for installation at their place, अपने घर में install करने के लिए, this will become a consumption good. Same air conditioner, when bought by a showroom owner, will become a capital good because, as we saw, it is high in value, being used in production, and will be used for a long time period. But the same air conditioner, when bought by a dealer or retailer of air conditioners, इसके लिए ये एक intermediate good हो जाएगा because this retailer is going to resell this air conditioner in the market, and therefore for him this same air conditioner will become an intermediate good. Now comes in the biggest question. How are we going to classify a good into any of the categories that we saw? So the simple funda that you need to follow is, you would ask who has bought it and for what purpose it has been bought. किसी भी कमोडिटी को जब आपको क्लासिफाई करने को कहा जाएगा इन एनी ऑफ द कैटेगरीज, टू क्लासिफाई इनटू वेदर इंटरमीडिएट गुड्स और फाइनल गुड्स, or to classify it into producer good or consumer good, the simple question that you are going to ask against it is that who is buying it and for what purpose is it being bought. And thus we can say what actually matters in the classification of goods is the end use of the good, and therefore एंड यूज के बेसिस पे ही डिसाइड किया जाएगा कि एक पर्टिकुलर कमोडिटी किन कैटेगरीज में जाने वाली है. विद दिस वी एंड द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ गुड्स. Catch you up in the next video. Thank you.